I'm not doing this for anybody living, but I'm going to lose everything when I die on Facebook, and I have a free website with this easy to download, but I'm just doing this for myself in case some of my research gets lost. And it's going to have a watermark on it. I'm sorry, but I don't purchase anything online. And I figure if they can find me 200 years from now, they'll have the technology to figure it out. But I just wanted to have a record of the most recent of my research, and I have updated on my free website. But there are so many people suffering, and I'm not even talking about the wars and everything that's going on. This is the year 2022, but I have updated my biography and my research in my 80th year. And I don't have time to keep doing this because I'm working with hundreds of people and on a website that has over members of over 3,000. And there's Connie and me and a couple, and the rest of them are not particularly active. They get well and move on and forget about the rest of the people. It's really too bad. I mean, I'm glad they're getting well, but it's really sad that they just forget about trying to help anybody with what they've learned, you know. We're kind of a selfish society, I'm afraid. But I'm doing the best I can to help those that I can. But there are, out of 3,000, there are about 5 people. Now, I can't put the percentage on that, but it's a very small number that can't eat anything, including okra. And it's not about oxalates and it's not about cells. They have complete metabolic breakdown. They've been in the poison too long, and I'm not sure what's happened to them. When I had metabolic breakdown, all I had to do was go on one food at a time, and eventually I could add two, and then a few months later I could add three, and I pulled through. I did the same with my mother, and I have all that in my biography and my research. But unfortunately, these people are from ages, a young man in Niles in England and a young woman in the United States um, and a young man in Spain. They're going to die, and they're of different ages. The woman is 63, and the young man in England is only 19. So I hope at some point our governments and doctors and Mayo Clinic and the Centers for Disease Control and the NIDA and all of the World Health Organization and the Health Institute in the United States will stop ignoring the multiple chemical sensitivities that basically come from having metabolic breakdown by being poisoned, not just by mold, but by pesticides. Some are heavy metals. I was lucky. I didn't have that, and I didn't eat enough fish to get mercury or anything like that, but some did. And it's really sad, but this is just to have a record of the last of my research. It's 82 pages. And I had a condensed one that was only 6 pages for people too sick to follow anything else. But I kind of gave up on that because even that nobody was paying attention. But this is for the people that eventually there'll be millions of them, and they'll have to have this information to survive. They're going to be born like me, and that's definitely a guarantee. Unfortunately, because the greed of our species, I honestly, if there weren't for a handful of good people, I'd swear to God we're not worth saving. But and there are cultures that have not advanced in 3,000, 5,000 years. It's really pathetic, and a bunch of psychopaths. And anyway, this is probably a bit too long, but I just wanted to have a record for historical purposes of the rest of my research, and that is the finale, and that's the last of me getting out into clean fresh air. I had a wonderful ski season at 80. and then I crash, and that's poor Annie living in a little tiny home, and she was in a shack, and she's managed to survive, but she's even worse than me. She's allergic to electricity and Wi-Fi and everything. So it's 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 just it's not getting better. It's getting worse. Um, I consider I'm one of the lucky ones, and yes, I'm definitely one of the lucky ones. And that's our story for those who aren't paying attention. I've done this thing. That's a repeat, and that's the last of me out on.